It is time for the first Litter Media Live segment of the week. Welcome to May 13th, 2024. Hope all you moms out there enjoyed your Mother's Day yesterday. Beautiful day yesterday.
Wasn't it, though?
It certainly was. Cooked dinner for the wife. Did the laundry over the weekend. And,
You're going to make somebody a nice wife someday.
I was thinking to myself, it's pretty much Mother's Day every day at the Ramey Ranch.
Yes. You're a good husband, Dan.
It's part of not sleeping on the couch. I like that. All right, coming up in a moment, let's take a look at news. We'll have some sports for you. It's a jam-packed day on this Monday. Much to review from the weekend and things to look forward to for this week. So that's all just ahead, but let's prepare by checking the forecast first.
Partly sunny skies for today with a high of 77, but the rain is likely to move back to us tomorrow, Tuesday, as well as Wednesday, with temperatures remaining in the 70s. So look for today being a day to mow the yard if you want to get it done today, because rain could be coming back into the picture later tonight in through the next couple of days.
You know, I've not paid attention to this graph. Pull that back up there again, Aaron. It shows the projected rain amounts along through there. So you're looking at like 0.19.
Today's the first day I noticed that too.
0.22.
I'm wondering if it's a new thing.
Maybe it is. So when we say a chance of rain, you can do the math on this. Looks like maybe about a half inch of rain, maybe, if that. So over the course of several hours.
Yeah. I know you were showing video of my rain experience last Thursday night in Washington Courthouse. It was like, it's going to miss us. And then all of a sudden it was on us. So
I ran into Ron Hinton Friday night at the SVC track meet, and he said, Mike was there last night? I said, yeah, he was soaked. I think he was soaked through to his underwear. And Ron says, oh, it was horrible. It was horrible.
When you walk and you're squishing, that's not a good sound. It's like somebody just put a fire hose on me.
That is, unless you're Jabba the Hutt, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
He would probably squish when he walked.
Yeah.
Well, he slithers, though.
He slithers,
true.
yeah,
That's
like
true.
a snail.
Yeah. All right, coming up in a moment, a look at news and information. But first, let's tell you about Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, your trusted comfort advisor. If you've got an issue with those conditions in your home, all you need to do is click on this ad anywhere you see it at littermedia.com, and it takes you directly to accuratehvac.com for your trusted comfort advisor. Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our Kingston National Bank mobility app today.
Find a career you love with Pickaway Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
For transportation options in Ross County, call Ross County Health District's Mobility Management Team, 740-779-9652. Haynes Total Health Care Center celebrating their 50th year of serving our chiropractic, physical therapy, and nutritional needs in the community. Click on this ad anywhere you see it at littermedia.com, and it takes you right to their website to learn more, hayneshealth.com. News stories we'll be discussing today, you'll find many of them on our website or through our social media, Litter Media on Facebook, which you're watching right now, or also on Litter Media X. And, of course, littermedia.com. We're going to start with the markers in Soldier Square. They received a much-needed scrubbing over the weekend. Here are some photos that you're looking at from the Ross County Veterans Service Center Facebook page. Mike's interview promoting this cleanup day is believed that these markers hadn't been cleaned for nearly 100 years. So that's what they looked like. And look at them now. Not every one of them looks that pristine, but I just couldn't get over the difference from a scrubbing. So thank you to the many folks who were helping there. You'll notice a lot of the flags are missing from those little metal holders like you see on the left side of the screen there. Those are going to be reinstalled this weekend. So they usually do that the weekend before Memorial Day. So it was really neat to get out there and see how the sun just hit those grave markers, and they really popped out. So check it out. You can see this entire video clip on our YouTube channel.
Hey, did you see the Northern Lights over the weekend?
I did not, but I saw a lot of this.
Yeah, I kept looking. I didn't see anything, but people out in our neck of the woods did. Like Dan said, these pictures were popping up from Fairfield, Pickaway, Ross County. But they tell me that if you take a picture, the image looks more brilliant in its colors.
Apparently through the lens capturing on your smartphone or a camera made such a huge difference to be able to see this stuff stand out. But I must have seen 400 images Friday night.
I only saw the Northern Lights once. When I was working at the radio station, of course, I would be going in at 4:30 or 5 a.m., and I noticed on the northern horizon, it looked green. Now, it wasn't, like pictures in Alaska where the waves, it wasn't anything like that. And I thought, I wonder if that, and I called the National Weather Service in Wilmington, and they said, that's exactly what you were seeing. So, but it wasn't that pretty.
I thought to myself, what a phenomena happening for us to witness on just a couple of weeks removed from the solar eclipse.
Right.
Is this another sign of the end of times? Many things go through our minds.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of watching the stars and looking up at the sky at night, come join the sites on June the 21st at 8 p.m. for a solstice lunistus observation event at Hopeton Earthworks. And this is put on by the Friends of Hopewell, but they're inviting everybody out to that event. You can register. Is that Friends?
Friends of ncnhp@gmail.com.
So they would like for you to register if you want to come out, because I think they would ask you to bring your own lawn chairs, but they want to have some out there if you're maybe disabled or something like that. They can help you out.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought I was at the eye doctor's office for a second there.
RP, yeah.
Last Monday at the Pineapple Awards, the Ross Chillicothe Convention and Visitors Bureau talked about being able to take an exam and becoming an official, I can't remember what the actual term is for it, but for World Heritage tourists, people coming here, you can answer their questions.
Oh.
That's the one thing I can't answer. But I passed the test yesterday.
Good.
So I'm getting a certificate, and you can do this too. I'll track down the details for you again and share that at some point this week.
We may have you on as a guest, so you can answer all of our questions about
it's
World
possible.
Heritage. Yeah.
It's possible. Because it stretches Warren County all the way up to Licking County. So details on that coming your way. Now, this past Friday after the show, I stopped at Hirsch Fruit Farm and had an opportunity to check out where they were hosting a second Career Ag Day. And 8th graders from Huntington Middle School were given the opportunity to learn more about ag sciences. And organizer Blake Houseworth, who we spoke with last year, this was a project as a sophomore. He's a junior, finishing up his junior year. He's hoping to go to either Ohio State or Moorhead and continue in ag sciences after his senior year next year. But he says this, I like how he put this. Ag science is more than cows and plows. And you can hear everything that he had to share. I don't know have we seen the drone photos yet? Yeah, here they come. The drones, look at this thing.
Wow.
This is like
that thing.
It's 20 times bigger than the drone I use for Litter Media. And they dust fields with those. They said it would hold 10 gallons of whatever it is they spray over that, but that was pretty cool.
There's
Coach
Dad right there.
Well. Yeah, so this is pretty cool. You can see this on our YouTube channel. You can hear what Blake has to say about it and all. Julie Oates was there with his horses, and Pam's, this is horrible. And, Pam was there. She's doing the chemical testing in the video that you'll see. Pam Snyder. And, so check all that out now on Litter Media YouTube.
All right. Staying with education, recently Washington Courthouse City Schools robotics and technology teachers attended the VEX Robotics World Championship in Dallas, Texas. Learning from the leading robotics educators across the globe, they were excited to return from the internationally awarded strategies to implement with their students. Now, pictured here from left to right, that's Anthony, I believe it's Amore. That's a familiar business over in Washington Courthouse, pizza and so forth.
They do a lot of bowling.
Yes, Marcy Amore, Tanya Becker, and Charity Eggleton. So congratulations on getting to go that and bring some of that knowledge back home to your kids.
Kids and Cops 2024 taking place with the Lancaster Police Department coming up this Saturday at Ohio University, Lancaster, the campus located on Granville Pike in Lancaster. Activities run between 10 and 2, and you know this will be a lot of fun for the kids. They'll probably do face painting and all that kind of stuff. And who knows if they still do the fingerprinting of the kids so that they...
I didn't hear him mention that.
Okay.
In fact, this video is actually, the still shot is a video. If you go to their Facebook page, they'll give you a whole layout of everything they're going to do in that video. So check that out.
All right.
United Way, Ross County, we've got two stories about them today. One is that they're announcing the return of their food produce in Bainbridge. It'll start up at a new location on Friday, May the 24th, partnering with the Chillicothe Ross Public Library. The new location is at 113 Dewey Avenue in Bainbridge.
And also the United Way of Ross County seeking volunteers for the Chillicothe Half Marathon, which is coming up June 1st. Well, they're looking for help either May 31st or on race day, June 1st as well.
Second annual Highland County Bike Safety Rodeo hosted by the Highland County Health Department. That'll be coming up on Saturday of this week, May the 18th, at the Hillsboro Farmers Market opening day from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. The rodeo will teach kids about bike safety and emphasize the importance of wearing a helmet. Now, kids attending the event will get a free helmet while supplies last and a chance to win one of their various raffle items.
Cranial protection. Appointments are required for this event. Health Source of Ohio Mobile Dental Team and the Highland County Health Department have partnered to offer annual exams, x-rays, cleanings, sealants, and fluoride to individuals of all ages. It starts June 3rd at the Highland County Health Department on North High Street, Suite 400 in Hillsboro. Again, appointments are required.
Tar Hollow yard sales are coming June the 29th. Campers are invited to join in for the event at no extra cost on their reserve site, and that site is reserveohio.com, or you can call 866-644-6727. This is put on by the Friends of Tar Hollow, Inc., and I know there will have a lot of folks there because camping is a big deal for a lot of folks. They just want to remind you that no animals or firearms will be permitted at the campsites.
This is a different kind of camp. It's Liberty Camp, and it's coming up soon. Sponsored by the Nathaniel Massey Chapter and National Society Daughters of the American Revolution. It'll be held July 29th through August 2nd. They have this every year at the First Presbyterian Church on Meade Drive in Chillicothe. It's a $25 cost for the camp for kids age 9 through 12. To register, just get a hold of Trudy Arledge at 740-775-8755, and you'll be able to find this certainly on the DAR Facebook page. Just type in Nathaniel Massey DAR, and it'll pop right up for you.
Going back down into Pike County for our road report today. Landslide repair project is taking place on State Route 772 between McKinney Road and State Route 124. Work occurs daily. One lane of traffic is being maintained using temporary signals for the duration of the project, which goes through this fall.
Coming up, a look at sports, but first let's tell you about Scioto Valley Dumpsters. I need to get a hold of them. Here's the number to call, 740-253-8389 for Scioto Valley Dumpsters. I need a dumpster. I've got some stuff I want to take care of this year, so I just haven't decided when I want to do the work. So I never want to do the work, but we've got this for you. If you've got a need for a dumpster, whether it be business or residential, 740-253-8389. Each week, Litter Media presents the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Player of the Week. If you have an athlete to nominate, any amateur athlete is eligible. Simply visit littermedia.com and click on Player of the Week. At the end of the year, we'll announce the Player of the Year. Make your nominations now at littermedia.com. Click on Player of the Week.
I'm a busy woman, and I'm not ready to slow down.
Tiffany's hip pain was interfering with her career and active lifestyle until she came to the Adina Orthopedic and Spine Institute.
Dr. Meshbach told me about same-day surgery. I said, I want it now, and I wanted it yesterday.
After a successful procedure, Tiffany was home the very same day and on her way back to enjoying the community she calls home. At Adina, we do what we love, so you can too.
Dixie Chopper. Speed when you need it.
Visit your local Dixie Chopper dealer today or visit dixiechopper.com.
Visit ChillicotheOhio.com. The Bean Foundation wants to raise awareness about suicide prevention by sharing 988. Trained crisis counselors are available to talk 24/7, 365. 988. Save the number. Save a life. To learn more about the Bean Foundation, created in the memory of Bryant Beans Butt, call 740-703-0611 or email Jim Butt at jbutt6355@gmail.com. Earlier today, we had two interviews, one focusing on the 100th anniversary celebration of the Veterans Affairs Medical Center. That's coming up on June 1st, but also we talked with the guys from First Capital Ruck 22 who deal a lot with suicide prevention. So if you want to see those interviews, those are available now on our YouTube channel. You can hear them on Spotify, and this afternoon you'll be able to hear them on Litter Media Radio as well. Time for sports.
Time of year, more conference championships being decided over the weekend, and we start with track and field. The SVC Track and Field Championships go to Zane Trace boys and Unioto girls. The Pioneers racked up 156 points, 10 better than the runner-up Shermans, but on the ladies' side, Unioto wins it, dominating with 179 points, outdistancing runner-up Adina, who had 130.
Fairfield Union ran away with the team championships of the 2024 Mid-State League Buckeye Track and Field Meet on their home track Friday. The Falcons won the boys' title, 144, outdistancing Liberty Union with 105. The girls' championship went to the Lady Falcons with a big point total of 188. Circleville is the runner-up at 127. And a quick shout-out to my niece, Lisa Ridley. I believe she finished second in the long jump and was on some of the relay teams that placed in the top 5. So good going, kid.
Coming back to track here in just a moment, but the high school tournament baseball actually got underway on Saturday with Division IV. Paint Valley, Eastern Pike, Notre Dame, South Gallia, Waterford were all winners. The Nelsonville-York-Miller game, Miller was up 1-0 in the first when that game got suspended due to rain. They'll pick it up where they left off starting today. Baseball sectionals continue today. Softball district semis include Lakewood at Bloom Carroll, Hamilton Township at Licking Valley in Division II. Division III, now this is a little confusing compared to what we've seen in years past. All three of the D3 softball brackets in years past have all been at Unioto. That's not the case this year. The top bracket, which has defending state champ Wheelersburg, that's being played at Ohio University. They face Huntington today at 4, followed by Fairfield and Northwest. Number 2 and number 3 brackets are at Unioto, South Webster, Rock Hill, Ironton, Meigs. That is one of the brackets being played today. There's another one being played at Unioto tomorrow. So just get on our website there throughout the evening at littermedia.com and stay caught up with all of the scores.
Several local track and field athletes participated in the Ohio High School Athletic Association's 7th and 8th grade state championships on Saturday up at Hilliard Darby High School. Top performers included Wheelersburg's Jack Diller, who placed second in the boys' high jump, sixth in the boys' long jump. Wheelersburg's girls' 4x400 relay took second. Unioto's 4x800 relay team taking third place. That's Braden Harsha, Rudy Leadingham, Corbin Scott, and Boone Fout teamed for that relay. Also hitting top 5 performances, Southeastern's Jaijun Wilbanks. You know his mommy.
I do.
Yes. As he placed third in the seated throw and fourth in the 100-meter dash, which is wheel-operated. And Joseph Scott of Piketon placing fourth in the boys' discus. And our many thanks to Carla DePue for not only capturing photos for us, but she also sent me some information as to where these kids placed. So thank you for covering that for us. Gus Macker finished up over the weekend yesterday. Congratulations to the champions, not these guys. This is a photo from 30 years ago, 1994. Julie Coleman Park came up with this on her Facebook page. But there you see Ron Neff, Tom Beard, Neil Coleman, and
Mac Barbie,
all teaming together for back in the heyday of Gus Macker. It didn't take over as many streets as people were fearing was going to happen. They did close from Walnut over to Payne Street on Water Street, and they had 132 teams, I think it was. Yeah. Kids had a blast. It was really cool to hear people talking about Gus Macker again, and it being back to celebrate his 50th year. So benefiting Cheryl's House of Hope, and I know a lot of work went into putting it together. And, they started talking about this, January? Mm-hmm. But the rubber started meeting the road when they got an official date back in March, and I'm sure the folks that were putting it on are glad to see today come so they can go,
take a breather. Yeah.
Yes.
Chillicothe hosted a combine for high school athletes Saturday. 70 players from 16 area high schools participated. The event was organized by Cavs head football coach Scott Bartholomew. AP Prep weight room coaches instructed the players through agility drills like you would see for the NFL Combine in Indianapolis before the draft. The idea here was to give them an idea of what to expect at the levels beyond high school and a chance to build some camaraderie among area athletes and coaches. And
a lot of area high school coaches were involved in this as well, many of them watching their kids. This is the Tomlinson kid from Eastern down in Pike County making that big jump. And guys running the fast in the 40, they were timing those. And I thought afterwards, wouldn't it be cool to maybe get Scott Bartholomew and me to go back to our youthful days and do the 40-yard sprint and show kids how it's done.
I didn't think Dan could ever outrun anybody, but he might be able to get Scott.
That's why I brought it up.
But you can see if Dan can run in this next story.
Yes. By the way, that entire video and interview with Scott you can find on our YouTube channel today. The Adina Worthingtons, we are getting ready to take on the Ohio Village Muffins as part of the 100th anniversary celebration at the VA. And that's going to be at 11 o'clock at VA Memorial Stadium. And so we'll put on an exhibition of 7 innings there. And then we're going to go up to Adina Mansion and play our regularly scheduled game. And that'll be at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So we will be tuckered out.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I'm going to play in both games or not. We have the Chillicothe Half Marathon that day. Yeah. And 3 or 4 of our guys are running in that. And I don't know if they're going to feel like playing baseball afterwards. I'm not
After
sure.
After a half marathon, I don't think so.
So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But it should be a lot of fun. So if you want to come on out, it's all free, and we'll see you there.
On the professional side of things for Ohio teams, well, the Reds did snap their 8-game losing streak on Friday night with a win against the Giants.
Short-lived euphoria.
But they lost on Saturday 5-1 and lost in 10 innings to the Giants 6-5 last night. They now move over to Arizona before heading to L.A. before they even get to come home.
Didn't they get swept by Arizona?
Don't want to talk about it. Guardians blanked the White Sox 7-0 to sweep that weekend series. You'll notice, of course, the pink outline because it was Mother's Day yesterday. The Boston Celtics grabbed a 2-1 lead in their NBA second-round series on Saturday night, but Game 4 in Boston is tonight.
All right. Coming up in a moment, this date in history, the Litter Media Wayback Machine, all the controls and everything are dialed for.
1846.
All right. Details next.
There's no bill when there's a fill. Contact Litter Quality Propane today about our metered gas service at litterqualitypropane.com.
At Rathkamp Financial, we act as your advocate in all wealth matters. We believe in long-term relationships and working to earn your continued trust with our customized investment solutions. Our greatest satisfaction comes from working with clients for many years and helping them realize their dreams.
This is Andy Tomlinson. When ensuring what's important to you, our agents are there when you need us the most. Tomlinson Insurance, for the best coverage at the best cost. Visit us online at tomlinsonins.com to learn more.
Whenever I first applied for the Archways opportunity, do I have to pay this back? Do I have to do that? Like, is it a loan? And it's not. It's a scholarship. A goal of mine is to graduate college debt-free. If you're a crew member, you get $2,500 a year, and if you're a manager, you get $3,000. And especially if you're going locally to college, like to the branch or something like that, it's really helpful.
Are you looking for a beer that satisfies your thirst and love of country? Armed Forces Brewing Company brews beer for patriots. Celebrate freedom with every sip. Armed Forces Brewing Company. Freedom never tasted so good. Sorry, I had my mind on something else. Mike was clearing his throat, and I said, your buddy Flim. Oh. And I was thinking about Flim Pickens.
Or Clem.
Or Clem.
Cadiddle Hopper.
Cadiddle Hopper,
oh,
yeah.
Red Skelton.
1846 is where we're going.
Yeah, U.S. Congress overwhelmingly votes in favor of President James Polk's request to declare war on Mexico in a dispute over Texas. Under the threat of war, the U.S. had refrained from annexing Texas after the latter won independence from Mexico in 1836. But in 1844, President John Tyler restarted negotiations with Texas, culminating with a treaty of annexation. The treaty was defeated by a wide margin in the Senate because it would upset the slave state, free state balance between North and South and risk war with Mexico, which had broken off relations with the U.S. So much for trying to avert war because on this date in 1846, we're going to Mexico, doing battle.
I was watching an episode of All in the Family last night. Archie was getting his high school diploma, so he had to go through an American history test. And so he's preparing for the test, and his son-in-law, Meathead, for those of you that remember the show, they were going on about the U.S. taking over Mexico and taking over Texas from Mexico and all. And to hear the two political sides on it and the argument that took place, it just reminded me of the good old days when you could have these strong convictions and going back and forth about stuff.
The thing about this war in 1846, Robert E. Lee, Ulysses S. Grant, all of these generals that are doing battle against each other in the American Civil War were all on the same side.
They were all comrades before.
And when they're years later in battle against each other, they're recounting, I think at Appomattox, General Grant is saying to General Lee, do you remember? And Lee's acting like he didn't remember, but he said, I'm sure you're right.
Kind of, that had to be a difficult time because it was a horrible war, brothers against brothers and so on and so forth. But it had to be something for them to say, okay, we understand your convictions of why you were on the other side, but when it all comes down to it, we're still the same country.
Right.
And I know it sucks to have to surrender, but somebody's got to win, and
Yeah.
It wasn't you this time.
One of the other things about this war, by the way, didn't last very long, but it was not the last time we had issues where we had to send troops into Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
It happened again in 1916
Yeah.
because this guy named Pancho Villa was causing some problems, and Mexico wouldn't do anything with him, so we went down and took care of it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Now we are fussing with Mexico again.
Was that part of, was that the Rough Riders doing that, or was that later in life?
Teddy was in 1892.
Okay.
But, the thing of it is, World War I has already started in 1914. We're not involved in it, so we're fighting with Mexico in 1916, and then we get into World War I in 17.
In fact, one of the monuments that you see from the video we shot over the weekend, this is where they were scrubbing on the monuments. One of them is Spanish-American War. So it does show up in our videos. So you want to check that out. All right. Tomorrow, it's just a regular day for us. We have just a regular show tomorrow, right?
Correct. But there's a chance that you'll be recording one in the afternoon for possibly being pushed out Wednesday.
Yes. Yeah. Looking forward to that. So get ready for more stuff coming your way. And Aaron Glandon is on assignment today, and he's wearing his shorts, and he's ready to go out walking. We're going to send him out doing some actual physical work today.
Yes.
Can you handle it?
No. At least you'll know where I'm going, because Dan brought this up. He went there a couple weeks ago.
Oh,
and no one knew he was there, and he said he
thought he was going to have a heart attack on this hill.
Yeah.
Well, that was the thing. As I was huffing and puffing going up, I'm thinking nobody knows I'm here, and I haven't.
And there's
told
no
my wife
service out there.
Right.
Did the proverbial statement, "Is this a hill you want to die on," come to mind?
It did. Yes, it did. So, and fortunately, through prayer and the act of God, I did not die, and I survived.
Yes.
So we're back. All right, that's it for the program today. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we will be back with you again tomorrow at 11 o'clock with another edition of Litter Media Live.